Raising beef cattle these days is an expensive proposition. There are vet bills, providing sufficient water, and of course, feed. Wintertime proves most difficult as producers of grass-fed herds must set in a tremendous amount of hay. Thus, it is a dream of grass-fed cattle producers to have a year-round ability to allow their cattle to graze. A Caswell County farmer thought long and hard about the problem and came up with a solution.
I realized back when we were trying to produce stocker cattle that we had to have a strong grass component in order to make any money. I began to research forage systems and go there. Now I am big on corporate extension. In God's providence, Extension held a meeting over in Granville County. And so I went to the meeting, and a producer from the Noble Foundation at that time, R.L. Dalrymple, came over and talked on a forage system that they had pioneered out there. And that was to use a rotation between a summer forage and a winter forages that give you year-round grazing. And the summer component was, in that kid's case, Red River crabgrass. And the winter component was rye and ryegrass. The way you start this system, and when I say system, this is our year-round grazing system that we're speaking of. And this is the summer component. This component starts approximately the 1st of June, and it runs to the killing frost, which in North Carolina is about the second, third week of, most of the third week of October, maybe a little later. By that time, what's taking place, let's say by frost, is we have the winter component that we're going to start seeding here in just a few weeks. And these two components are going to dovetail. Otherwise, while this one is going to go down, the winter component is going to come up, and we're going to move right from summer grazing to fall and winter grazing into spring grazing. And as we get over towards the end of spring grazing next summer, the tail end of it, around the 1st of June, these seeds that you see right here, which got billions of them on here, zillions of them, I guess, which are going to drop on the land, are going to come up. And this whole crop here that you see is going to germinate and come online for summer grazing. The neat thing about this crop is it is very drought tolerant. And it's very tolerant of high acid soils. It is has a lot of TDN in it, so it's a tremendously good grazing product. Cattle love it. I call it sweet grass. It doesn't have any off flavors. That produces off flavors in your beef and that sort of thing. So look how tall that stem is, and I didn't even go near to the bottom of that to pick it out. This thing can get straddle high. He rightly named this quick and big, because it is quick and it is big. And what I like about it, it has where the Red River crabgrass has typically the crabgrass characteristics of a crowfoot of three seed heads. We can get a dozen seed heads on these, and a lot of energy in those seed heads.
As with most new methods, you try it first on a small scale to see how everything goes.
And planted 15 acres in that variety, in that system that year, and we haven't looked back since. We haven't found anything that beats it, and we've essentially eliminated all the fescue off our deeded land, and we're using this system of annuals. These are annuals. We have to annually plant our rye and ryegrass, crimson clover, and a little bit of white clover. But the summer component is coming back naturally, which is the crabgrass. We've moved now to the second generation of crabgrass. We've moved from Red River to Quick and Big. And so all of our pastures now have those combinations. And this is our finishing grasses now. We make sure all the cattle that's going to slaughter end up on these grasses. We've got other farms. We've got I think 14 other farms leased. Most of those are fescue land. And we can grow these cattle out, but we're going to finish them here on that. And so it's been a blessing.